Over 50 million views. You're
This is Wardlow from AEW, and you're watching The Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
When Raw, Smackdown, WWE, or AEW end, tune in to The Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia. Yeah. 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 What's up? Friday night before SmackDown starts. Crown Jewel's coming up. Weird day. We're going to go through the Crown Jewel matches, even though I won't be able to review it tomorrow in real time. We'll go through what we can, I guess. Yeah. Poison Ivy, yeah. A lot of people have been asking me how the Poison Ivy's doing. It's not doing great. It's like I have permanent Poison Ivy or something. It's like this shit won't go away. I took the steroids, and it was killing it. It like almost suppressed all the Poison Ivy. It was crazy. But the minute I came off the steroids, it was like I was itchy again, and it started inflaming back up again, which I guess makes sense, right? So yeah, it's not going great, but it's not the worst either. It's just kind of like, fuck is going on, bro? Like, my left arm started almost disappearing. The redness was almost gone. And then like a couple days now after this, it's been 3 or 4 days off the steroids, and it's like my arm's busted open again, like it's fucked up, and it burns. I got a picture of it. Where's the picture? Show this picture. Producer, show this picture. Yeah, see my arm? See how it's back? It's like back again. I don't know how you zoom in on the... You can see my arm, how it's like fucked up again. Look at me laughing. See how red my arm is there, though? It's like all down my arm, too. It's like it's all back. It was all starting to go away. Now it's all back. And then on top of that, yesterday I was eating, and I bit the shit out of my tongue. Like, this is the worst bite ever. Do you know how you bite your tongue sometimes, and it's not that bad or whatever? This is the worst tongue bite ever. I can't even see it on camera. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but it's like, what is this, the third day now? Yeah, it's like the fourth day. It's the fourth day since the tongue bite, and I bit into my tongue like crazy, dude. I bit into it nutty. I was like, and I was like, oh, and it was bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, of course, I was just on steroids, which makes me more susceptible to infection. I'll probably get a tongue infection and take my tongue out of my face. But yeah, it's so fucking weird to talk with it because it's getting weirder. You know, but it's healing, so I think it's healing. So, but my tongue's weird, so I feel like I'm speaking bizarre. I've still got a rash all over my body in different places. It's still fucking itchy. It's fucking crazy. It's annoying. We got Crown Jewel coming up, where they'll try to put LA Knight, I assume try to put LA Knight like on the map, like, oh my God, he's that good. He didn't do it, but he hung with Roman Reigns. LA Knight couldn't do it. In the end, the bloodline was just too much. But he hung in there, damn it, with Roman Reigns. You know, I would expect something like that to be what happens. So we'll see what happens. Let's check out the chat a little bit. What up, Sloth fan? He was one of the first people in here. What's up, Sloth? We have one of the only mods, the man himself, Matt Cologne, is in the chat. Matt Cologne. Let me see. What else do we got? So we got Rampage tonight. We got Crown Jewel, which I'm going to go through the Crown Jewel card in a minute. And I got to promote it, man. If you have not heard it, you're on crack. Because yesterday, and you might have been at work all day today too, and you should have been listening to it. But yesterday, me and Luke Rojas, I mean, we did, I think, an hour almost. No, 42 minutes. I used the wrong thumbnail. I used like a thumbnail of myself that said Friday. I don't know why it said that. My mistake. But it was me and Luke Rojas. You wouldn't have heard it. It just came out yesterday. A couple of weeks ago, or a week ago or something, I did one where I shit myself, and I put it up on Patreon, and it got 115 listens. It was like listened to by damn near everybody on the Patreon. So it was crazy. Then me and Luke did one a day or two later, and that one did 85 views, which is really good as well. And it blew away some of the other stuff. I put up a podcast about a month ago where I talked for about 30 minutes. I did something. That actually got 18 to 23. I think it was 23 views. So we blew it away last couple of days. And we had more patrons last month too. But we blew it away. And so now there's another one up, me and Luke. And we talked a lot about some classic stuff in wrestling, some current stuff, and we made some jokes and stuff like that. So listen to that. You'll probably will like that. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm working on a title and a theme and more of a format with me and Luke, but I don't know, me and him can just talk, we can talk forever, and I think we always can carry a conversation for a long time. We could have done 3 hours, but I was up against the time myself. That's why we didn't. So, good to see everybody here. It's early on a Friday. Sexual healing. Mr. Pico Boulevard is already getting rapey in the chat. So that's a little bizarre. Already getting rapey in the chat. Let's see if we can get Crown Jewel card. See if we can get up here. We can get like a really quick, rundown I guess, of Crown Jewel. So if you are in the chat, before we do anything, we continue on here, please hit that like button, okay? We need you to hit that like button right now. And if we got to get to 69 likes tonight. That's all the goal is tonight. 69 likes, guys. Okay, that's all we need. And I'm just going ahead and typing some things. Streamlabs donation link is up top. If you guys want to support the show and try to bring my show back from the dead, feel free to. The donation link is pinned to the top of the stream. You guys can read it up top there, obviously, and you can use that to donate or super chat, whichever one does it better for you. Whichever works better for you is fine. Or become a member. We're celebrating members tonight as well, so let's have a good time. But we do need 69 likes. We got to get to 69 likes. TXP said he didn't get an alert that I started. Well, of course you wouldn't, because that's how YouTube is. Nobody wants to alert you that I'm live. That's what we've been dealing with for years now. So make sure you guys are patrons, because if you're on Patreon even for $1, if you're on Patreon for even $1, you will get an email that I am live. Okay? Because YouTube won't do it really anymore. So go on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show or download the Patreon app and follow me on there. You can follow me, and of course, if you want to, become a patron for $1 a month. $1 a month. Do you like this show? Do you like me going live? Do you like any of this whatsoever at all? $1 a month. If you never donate, you never support, and but you could, $1 a month, and you get a lot of stuff on Patreon, and you get every alert that I am live and every alert of anything that happens, plus the behind-the-scenes, whatever you want to call it, Q&As, comments, weird shit that I put up on Patreon, and all the podcasts on Patreon mostly. Now, there's a $5 tier and a $10 tier and a $25 tier and stuff like that, and yeah, you do get more stuff, but for $1, you get a lot. God knows $1 it's all right, but $5 is better. Crown Jewel. We got the card in front of me, and we're going to talk about it. I don't really care that much about it. I don't know. I know some people are like, woo! Some people are really hyped up. I'm not really hyped up. I don't really care. We are getting a kickoff match, though. Haven't gotten a kickoff. When was the last time we got a kickoff match? I don't even remember. I don't remember the last. By the way, yeah, I don't. No, you know what? I don't remember the last time we got a fucking kickoff match. I cannot, WrestleMania? If anybody in the chat knows, or you feel very confident, or you want to search it, look it up, and figure it out, go ahead and do it, man. I want to know. When is the last time we got a kickoff, pre-show, whatever match? Because I just don't remember whatsoever. And by the way, anything's on the table tonight while I'm doing this. You guys want to bring up your football team, you want to bring up the God, you want to bring up dildos, you want to bring up wrestling, you want to bring up AEW, I am going to rely on you guys to change the topic, no matter how much you donate live on the stream. If you do, bring up a topic, bring up a comment, tell me something, whatever you want to do. You guys steer the ship. Other than that, what I have to bring to the table is that I'm going to go over the card of Crown Jewel and talk a little bit about that, and a little piece of AEW, and I'm going to remind you that me and Luke Rojas did a podcast 2 days ago that's up on Patreon now that should be listened to.
My life was in danger.
And Tony Khan's life is in danger, and he's a pussy.
My life was in danger.
Yeah! So we're going to remind you of that also throughout the night. The other nights, McMahon had to sit next to Tyson. There was everybody. There was Dana White, Vince McMahon, Undertaker, Mike Tyson, and then Eminem. And I just wonder, how did Eminem deal with sitting next to those Republicans? I can't believe that Eminem was able to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, do they know that he made a music video about killing Trump? I don't know. But it was funny watching Eminem have to sit next to Vince McMahon, Mike Tyson. I mean, a bunch of, it's just like Eminem was on an island all by himself, you know, and he looked like it too. He shut his mouth and just sat there like, oh yeah, I didn't want your friend to be, I didn't call your friend a Nazi and say you should die. I didn't say that. Real tough, Eminem. You know, Eminem, if you actually were tough, you would have fought them over it. You would have said, yo, you support this guy? Because if you really believed that the guy was really a racist Nazi, you would have attacked those people. You would have said, yo, Mike, what's up with you supporting a Nazi? And you would have said, hey, Vince McMahon, fuck you for supporting a racist Nazi. Fuck you guys. You know what I mean? I would have done that. If I knew I was sitting next to a racist Nazi supporter, I would have said that. And Eminem said that that's what Trump is. So why would Eminem just sit there like, it's okay, I'm sitting next to these guys? That's messed up, bro. It almost makes me think that you don't really believe that and you might be full of shit. Like, I don't know. And you can say, well, no, Joe, what do you want the guy to start a problem or start an issue? Yeah. If I'm sitting next to someone that I know is an actual Nazi supporter and a racist person that supports that, I'll say something. I would. Sorry. But Eminem didn't. You know why? Because Eminem is a full of shit. That's why. He's full of shit, bro. The new FNAF movie is lit. Marty McFly, 1985. What up, bro? My son was supposed to go see that movie, but then dude, my son never gets to do anything. He goes to see that movie, and he goes over his friend's house. Hasn't slept over, hang out with his friend in like 8 months. Goes over his friend's house. They're going to go to the theater to see the movie. For like the first time ever, they get to the theater, and the theater is turning everyone away, saying, we're having an electrical problem. And so nobody got to see the movie. Unbelievable. I was like, you got to be shitting me, man. The poor kid goes to the movies for the first time in like a year and a half or so, and the movie theater's busted. So stupid. So just that really pissed me off. And then they didn't know it, but the movie's actually on Peacock, so he could have watched it on Peacock. So I don't know if he's actually seen it yet. He's been holding back because he wanted to watch it somewhere. So I got to actually check with him, because if he didn't see it yet with his friends on Discord or something, I am going to we'll have to go try to go see that movie Sunday, because that's just bullshit, bro. That movie, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, the FNAF movie. I just think it's going to be like, it's probably just going to be a stupid video game movie that's kind of dumb and whatever. But like, the critics are crapping on it, but that's only because the guy who made it is like sort of right-leaning or something. Fucking retard. So they, of course, just crapped on the movie. But I'm hearing other people that are legitimate reviewers say that it's not very good, but it's a video game movie. It's not very good. But I'm hearing people that like Five Nights at Freddy's, and they're saying like that they liked it. So I think it's just one of those things. If you really like the video games and you like the lore and everything, then you'll kind of appreciate it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll go listen to it. Anyway, let's go. We got the card in front of me. I'm gonna bring that out in a second. Let's go to the card.
Shit bomb.
Go to the donations.
Go.
You go, girl. Matt Cologne. $2 super chat party from Matt Cologne. Thank you, Matt Cologne. Take your pants off, brother. $2 super chat party. Take your pants off for daddy. Hit that like button. We're almost at 69 likes, and we really got to get to 69 likes, or I'm going to be angry.
New subscriber.
You fucking Mark!
Goddamn Mark. Eric Griffith, thank you very much for subbing to the channel. Eric, what's up? Welcome to the channel. What a time to sub, huh, while I'm doing this. Eric, what's up, bro? Can you believe I've been doing this show for 11 years? It's kind of crazy. 11 years of this show. Starts here, goes up, comes way down. It's a big up and down. Maybe we'll go up again, right? What goes up must come down, must go back up again, right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe my show go back up again. All right, let's do it. So there's a kickoff match for the first time in like, I feel like forever. There's a kickoff match. I don't give a crap about it. And it's Sami Zayn, and I thought Sami Zayn couldn't compete in Crown Jewel, or he wouldn't, or whatever, because he's like the chosen one, or whatever you call it. But with all the turmoil going on over in the Middle East, Sami Zayn is going over there in Saudi Arabia to compete against JD McDonough. I'm going to give Sami Zayn the win here. in the kickoff match that nobody cares about. Although I would think maybe JD McDonough and his crew would win and beat up Zayn and whatever. And wouldn't the local crowd want to see Sami Zayn's ass kicked, right? Because whatever. Because he's the wrong religion or whatever you call it. I don't know. Who knows with these people? They'll probably cut his head off. But anyway, the next match, Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest in a match, I guess. I'm going to give it to Cody Rhodes. I'm going to make this very short and sweet, by the way. Cody Rhodes, I'm giving it to him. United States Championship match, Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Guys, Logan Paul, I think, is going to win this match because he's got to have a belt. People talked about him going for the world title, stuff like that. That's ridiculous. It's just out of the realm right now. But he definitely should have a title. I'll be up in a minute. Love you, baby. My daughter came down to talk to me. Sorry, I muted for a second. She just got home. Anyway. So, Rey Mysterio, Logan Paul. So I'm going Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul is going to capture that belt and be able to parade the United States Championship all around social media and all over the place, and this big thing, King of the USA. I don't know. So Logan Paul is going to win, beat Rey Mysterio. WWE Women's Championship match, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. And by the way, thank you to Matt Colon for the $2. $2 coming in from Matt Colon and Eric Griffith for subbing to the channel. Hope anybody else who's brand new to the channel can hit the sub button so you guys can maybe get alerted when I go live every single time that I do, whenever. Hard to believe. I'm starting to age like a maniac, bro. Holy crap. 11 years of doing this on YouTube. Crap. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Io Sky's the champ. This one's tough for me because I think Bianca Belair's stock is dead. I do not like Bianca Belair's anything right now. I'm just not into her at all. But I just can't see her also, I don't know, man. Maybe somebody's going to interfere and screw Bianca Belair out of this title match or something. I don't know, man. But I'm going to go with Io Sky retaining. I feel like Bianca should win and because they just love her so much, and there's a bunch of reasons why she probably should win and whatever else. But I just can't stand her right now. I don't like Bianca Belair right now. I used to love her. I always praised her for years and years, but now I'm kind of down on her. And why cut Io Sky short now? So, I'm going to go with Io Sky wins, retains, and somebody might actually interfere with Bianca Belair's match. Maybe it's Jade Cargill. I don't know. Something will happen, I feel like. Women's Championship Fatal 5-Way. I want to be in that match. I'll tell you something. I want Rhea Ripley to just fatally Rhea Ripley champion versus Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Stark. I am going Rhea retains, and that's easy for me. If something else happens here, I'll be shocked and confused. I would not take that belt off Rhea Ripley, for a while. Not for a while. Maybe at WrestleMania, but I wouldn't. I don't know, man. Rhea's going to retain to me. I wouldn't touch that thing. Then we got just a bizarre match. John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. And I obviously think that, I don't like this match really because I feel like Solo Sikoa should be built up, and John Cena would be a good stepping stone to show how dangerous Sikoa is and how dangerous he can be, and really build this guy up more and make him this real presence by sacrificing John Cena. But just dude, are we really going to make John Cena lose against Solo Sikoa in Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia? I just don't like it, even though I think Solo should. He needs momentum. He needs big wins and to feel important and big and dangerous. So I don't really like this match, but And I don't like picking this one either. This is, I think out of everything I've picked so far, this is the one that's tougher to me. Now, if I've been watching week to week, I would probably have a better idea. Also, tonight on SmackDown, we may get a tip-off of some of these matches and what's going to happen with them. But I'm just going to pick now because I'm not watching SmackDown really, so oh well. But I'm going to go Cena just because, I don't know, bro. I just can't. I'm going to go John Cena. It doesn't make sense really to me, but whatever. World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins is the champ. Drew McIntyre is the challenger. They're trying to tell this big story with, Drew and his chance, and he got squandered, and he won when nobody cared, and all his comeback, and so now he's going to win the title in front of everybody in Crown Jewel, and so I don't see that happening, I guess. So I don't think that belt is going to change hands. Which means, by the way, I think that we only have so far one title changing hands. I have Logan Paul. That's it so far. And so, yeah, I think Seth Rollins retains and Drew McIntyre will lose. And that's it. I really do think this is, maybe this pay-per-view, this show, whatever you want to call it, will end up being like better than I'm imagining, but I don't imagine much out of it. You know what I mean? By the way, again, if you haven't heard it, me and Luke Rojas podcast up on Patreon, uploaded it yesterday. Go listen to it. It's 40-something minutes. We talk some classic wrestling. We talk some current wrestling. We talk some shit, and you should laugh at it, unless unless you're like one of the neutered animals that we made fun of. Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. Obviously, no chance in hell to me for LA Knight. Roman Reigns will retain, and I think that they'll end up saying like, "Wow, the bloodline he was up against the bloodline in Roman Reigns, and damn it, LA Knight hung in there. He damn near beat Roman Reigns." That sort of thing. Like, so it'll be one of those things where like he damn near did it. He almost did it, guys. Oh my God. Like, and it will just be this, like I said, big thing where like, oh, he almost did it. Wow, but in the end, the bloodline, whatever the hell, that's where I see that going.
He's feeling himself. He's vibing.
All right, calm down, Cole. Calm down, Cole. Calm down, Cole. Calm down. So there you go. Obviously, Crown Jewel, kind of stupid. Maybe the show will be good. I will, obviously when I get home and I'm able to see it, I'll be watching it. Hell, if I do get home in time, I may get home in time. If I do, I will try to do something. But if I don't, I'll just be live later that night with Monetize This Saturday night. But I'll go into a couple more things here. But again, like I said, if you want to change topics, talk about a topic, bring up something, Super Chat, Streamlabs donation link is pinned to the top of the stream. I don't really go live anymore on Fridays because it's just not worth it. But I'm here because of Crown Jewel and because I had a few minutes. Roman's 14-minute entrance, Mr. Pico Boulevard. Yeah, you're probably right. Knight loses by disqualification. So, yeah, maybe he gets disqualified. I don't know. It'll be something stupid and goofy, right? Probably. But I think they'll give him a little more credit than that maybe. And I could see him losing out of a screw job. Roman wins almost all of these matches, via some kind of screw job situation, right? So I could see, earlier in the night, Solo Sikoa loses to John Cena. Solo Sikoa comes out to the ring, sort of thing. At one point, LA Knight goes off the ropes. Sikoa hits him in the back of the head or, whatever, trips him. He turns around, he gets speared, I don't know if do we really need another one of these just ridiculous, over-the-top, like 1,000 false finishes until the point where he finally, like, gets speared and loses after, like, the 90th spear. Like, he'll take 90 spears, Superman punches, he'll hit his finishing move twice. Do we really need all that again with LA Knight? I feel like we don't. I feel like this match shouldn't be like the matches that Roman usually always has, where it's like just crazy false finishes left and right and almost, and then in the end you can't believe it, he cheated again, he did the same thing. But I would keep this a straight up, like, real quick cheat. Like, you don't see it coming. You know what I mean? Like, LA Knight's coming off the rope, Sikoa hits him with a crowbar in the back of the head, and then Roman spears him while he's holding his head, and Roman, they beat LA Knight that way. You know, then Sikoa and Roman and the Bloodline, they start beating the shit out of LA Knight in the ring, beating him down, and then John Cena's music hits, and out comes John Cena to make the save, and he's outnumbered a bit, and then all of a sudden out comes Cody Rhodes or something, and now it's like Cody Rhodes and LA Knight and John Cena, and they're beating up the Bloodline or whatever the hell, and they're throwing them out of the ring, and Roman's still the champ, and he holds up the belt, and they'll go off the air with that sort of thing. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I see happening. Is there going to be something shocking that happens that I don't see it coming? I mean, if it is, I'll be kind of pissed because I won't really be able to watch the show, you know, until later. So I might be pissed if they do something like really swervy or surprising. But at the same time, like, I could see being appreciative towards that too, because this really feels like just a layup show. You know, they're in Saudi Arabia, they do the things, cool, done. You know, that's really it, right? That's what I see happening. But I doubt many. I don't. So again, I have no belts changing hands, except I do think Logan Paul will beat Rey Mysterio. Logan Paul will beat Rey Mysterio, and then they'll have a rematch at some point, and he'll beat Rey Mysterio again. And then I'm assuming at WrestleMania, Logan Paul will either face Rey Mysterio again or he'll face somebody else. And I don't know who that is, but they'll let this WWE United States, championship, get churned around and brought around and done everything with Logan Paul. You know, that way he can parade around the WWE name and, do all those sort of things that help promote the product and whatever with the belt on his shoulder. So all that makes sense to me. That's where I see that going. I don't really think anything else is happening. I'm pretty solid on my picks. I am a little concerned about the John Cena Solo Sikoa match. It could be Sikoa cheats and wins that match. And then Cena, that's why Cena's coming out later on to go get him again, because he's been chasing him everywhere. I don't know that, but I'm pretty solid in my picks, I feel like. Wow. Okay, we got a message from Ghost. Let's hear it.
Eat my dick.
Okay. Anytime, Ghost, I don't know, whip it out, and I'll just gobble it up. I will gobble it up, brother. If you are a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, you have probably heard my podcast with, hopefully my podcast with Luke Rojas. We did a podcast the other day. I had a blast with Luke. I could talk to Luke about cock gobbling, like anything, bro. It's all on the table. By the way, guys, if you shop on Amazon, let's say you're a piece of shit and you're like, you know what? I don't like to donate to Joe Cronin. I don't like to donate, and that seems like a lot of people, but I don't like to donate to Joe Cronin. I'm not even a fucking Patreon person. I'm not even on Patreon. I'm not a patron, a Patreon, nothing. Well, guys, if you shop on Amazon, do you shop on Amazon? Do you shop on Amazon? Because if you shop on Amazon, then you need to save my Amazon link. Because every time you shop on Amazon, if you save my link on your phone in a separate link folder thing, or as a link in your favorites, and you use it to open up your Amazon, well, motherfucker, I get credit for that. So use my Amazon link. By the way, There it is. Use my Amazon link because I get a percentage of everything you buy. Are you buying, and you're buying dead hookers? I know you are. If you buy dead hookers, right, on Amazon, I will get credit if you use my Amazon link. If you buy dildos, I will get credit. If you're thinking about killing, listen, are you thinking about killing your wife and your family, and you're like, I need to order one of the best knives ever. Like, I want to make sure that they're dead, like completely fucking dead. I don't want these dull blades that I have at home. I'm going on Amazon, and I'm going to buy the sharpest knives to kill my family with. And you're like, I'm going to go on there, and I'm going to buy the sharpest knife I can find. And you're going to buy it. You don't even give a shit. And especially, you're like, listen, I got $500 left in my bank account, and I don't want to leave the bitch with nothing. And you know what I mean? I don't want to leave my family with nothing. Nobody, nobody. So I'm going to go on there, and I'm going to buy $500 worth of knives, and I'm going to and I'm just going to chop them all into pieces. I'm going to chop up their teddy bears in front of them, their toys in front of them, and you're thinking you're going to do all this in like a day, right? Well, if you're going to do that, or you're going to like have some kind of assault on like a fucking pharmacy or something, before you do it, use my link and pay for it with my link, because it costs you the same amount of money. Sometimes it makes it cheaper, and I still get credit. It's fucking unbelievable, okay? So if you are thinking about doing that, about killing people, use my link to buy the knives off Amazon so I get some kind of credit. So something good can come from a horrible tragedy that you probably are about to do. Use my link. It's in the chat. Enjoy. Save it forever. And plus, Christmas is coming. What if are you planning on buying like $1,000 item for somebody on Amazon, or a $500 item on Amazon for somebody? Bro, that's like $30 to me. Okay? And if like 50 of you are buying Christmas gifts, right? And 50 of you are going to spend a couple $100 on Amazon, holy crap, bro. Like, that's like $300, $400 for me. That pays my electric bill. It doesn't cost you anything to use the link. You only hate me if you don't use it, right? You only hate my guts if you don't use it. Anyway, enjoy that. But yeah, Roman Reigns is rumored to take time off. By the way, hit the like button. We're getting close to 69 likes, and Daddy likes 69 likes, okay? So 69 likes. We're almost there. Roman Reigns is potentially taking time off, but I don't think that means he's going to drop the belt. And I would be really confused and probably furious if LA Knight were to win the belt. Now, the only reason I could see anybody like LA Knight winning the belt, or somebody winning the belt like this, would be literally if Roman was like, I'm leaving for 5 months. I'm done. I don't care. Right? But no way. No chance in hell to me, unless there's a medical reason, no chance in hell to me that Roman Reigns is leaving like before WrestleMania, right? Like, WrestleMania is obviously in April, so I think he's taking a break right now. I could see Roman disappearing, maybe making one appearance over the next 45 days, makes like one appearance in the middle to like break it up. I don't know. But I don't see him going for long. I could see Roman Reigns taking 2 to 4 or 5 weeks off, you know, and even in that, maybe coming in for one day to quickly, you know, to you know what I mean, be there for a minute because he's so important. But like, dude, yeah, I don't see that. If he was going to really leave and then drop the belt, I would think he would do that. The time to do that, I think, is SummerSlam. Like, if he was going to be actually leaving and dropping the belt, it's actually WrestleMania, right? It's WrestleMania, it's SummerSlam. You don't want to be dropping the belt right before the Royal Rumble if you're on this run that Roman Reigns is on. So I just don't see that happening that far. Like, it just seems ridiculous. Anyway, let's play a little clip from, you got to hear it on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you haven't heard it, me and Luke Rojas talking some classics here. And you can hear this full podcast right now on Patreon. Please check it out because you're going to get erect. I'm telling you, You will enjoy that podcast. Here's a little bit of what we did. I'm done. Okay, that's not the right clip. All right, let's start. I put it up, and it was on Your Mother's a Whore. People were like, you know what? What do you think about Ric Flair? About being him too? Because I think it's 2 years in AEW. What do you think about that?
What? Is he wrestling again or something?
No, I don't. I mean, who knows? Remember after he had his last match, he said that he could have another last match. You know, so I think it's an ego thing. I think he's like, you know what? I was in TNA, I was in WWE, I was in WCW, I was in NWA, he's been in everything, right? So if he didn't join AEW, he would have not been in AEW. But now, because this is now AEW is now a major company, like you know what I mean? Whatever you think about it, it's a major company, and so he wants to now have a part of that. And I don't even care about that. I was trying to get your opinion, but I'll tell you real quick. Mine is, fuck it. AEW wants him because marketing, the name, and the merchandise and everything they can do, it's a big win for them no matter what.
Yeah, but I guess it's a win. You know, I understand it if they do, but it is still, like I've said this before, where it's like it feels like they're falling into that same hole that WCW and TNA fell into. It's just like, oh, let's get old guys. Let's get old man Hulk Hogan, and old man Ric Flair, and old man Sting, and old man Kevin Nash, and old man Booker T. Like, we don't need, I don't know. To me, it just feels like it's like nostalgia grabbing thing.
I think it's all
look,
business.
Do you remember Ric Flair? Do you remember when he used to be something? I know it's all good for business, and I know people are going to buy it anyway.
It's just about that. Just about selling T-shirts that say "woo" and things like that, you know?
But I don't want them... Then I don't want to hear about, like... You know how, like, AEW fans will, like, say, like, oh, WWE just rehashes the same thing, or, you know, relies on old stars and stuff like that. Like, isn't that exactly what AEW is doing? And it's old stars of not even their own company, you know? I don't know. I get it. I personally have no interest in seeing it either way. AEW, to me, like, I don't even know what's going on in it. But is the MJF and Adam Cole storyline still going on?
Yeah, and honestly, I could have done a review of AEW Dynamite last night, and I actually thought it was pretty good last night. It wasn't like... It's weird. I watched it with two different opinions. One opinion was like, damn, how... how goofy has this company really become, like, from where it was? And also I watched it and thought, that was pretty good. So, like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'll just say that there was Adam Cole had some funny lines. The thing with Roderick Strong, like, chasing him is kind of funny still in a stupid way. And the main event, the whole idea of the whole episode was, like, MJF needed tag team partners, and he didn't want to tag with the Acclaimed. And by the end, they did tag, but it didn't make sense because he said no to them, and that was the last thing we saw. And then in the main event starts, and the Acclaim's music comes on, and they come out, and then his music comes on, and he comes out, and he's wearing the Acclaim stuff because they said, we'll only tag with you if you put on this gear. And he goes, I'll never tag with you. But I just thought it was weird that there was no announcement that he decided to do it. And all of a sudden they came out.
Or like a backstage segment where he's trying to find anybody to be his partner and everybody's turning him down. And then like he sees them looking at him and they have like a shirt ready for him. And he doesn't say anything. And then, you know, when they cut back from commercial break, we'll find out who MJF's partner is, and then that's when the Acclaim comes out. But you're telling me that none of that happened.
It sort of happened like that, but not really. It was just weird. Like the whole thing was like, oh, you're gonna you have to dress like this if we tag with you. And he's like, I'll never do that. And then that's the last thing you see. And then at the end of the night, well, who's MJF's partner is gonna be? And the Acclaim comes out. So you're like, oh, it's the Acclaimed. I guess he picked them. And then he came out dressed up like the Acclaimed after that. But so I feel like there was a missing segment that should have been like him saying like, all right, you know, I'll do it. And they're like, yeah. And then the big thing is him coming out wearing, what was it that he was going to wear now? You know what I mean? But so it just felt like they skipped a little thing. But whatever, it's a little nitpicky thing, and it was kind of funny. And he had to scissor them, and they were so weird, man. It was very bizarre. Like they were like, "Please scissor us," and it was just very like it's almost like what the fuck, dude? It was
okay. While you're describing to me, this is actually really good. So they're like a bunch of guys scissoring each other. Like, oh, okay. All right,
yeah,
that
dude,
sounds
like,
fun.
This is like it's like pathetic almost, like, but funny.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of funny because DX. I mean, you could break it down like that. Where break it down, but anyway, you could say it like that where it's they're doing the crotch. They're just pointing at their crotch. I mean,
yeah.
Early on,
it was like when Stone Cold won in Mankind.
DX.
Remember when Stone Cold had a tag with Mankind? I know that. Luckily, Luke, you're younger, but luckily you go back and watch all this stuff. But it was like when Mankind needed a tag team partner or whatever. Remember it was The Rock, or when like Stone Cold was forced to tag with somebody. It was like that sort of thing.
I remember Stone Cold and Mankind had a tag team match against it was
Kane and Undertaker.
No, I think it was the reverse. It was Stone Cold and The Undertaker versus Kane and Mankind in a Hell in a Cell match. But the match never started, and Undertaker just beat the shit out of Paul Heyman, who had blonde hair at the time, inside a cell. And it was like, I don't know why, but it was featured on the Hell in a Cell DVD. And I'm like, the match didn't even happen.
That's
it was
weird.
so weird.
I did not know that. I have that DVD somewhere. That's weird. Now I can't even remember. I saw Stone Cold and either.
I think they did tag. It was probably around 98. Late 98.
I saw it at a house show in Boston. It's crazy to think the main event house show in Boston. The main event was like Stone Cold and Mankind versus Undertaker and Kane. it's just so bizarre.
Then Stone Cold also saved. When he saved Mankind and Mankind won the title, maybe you're thinking of that too, because that was awesome.
It's around that time.
I still love going to that pop. I just love just going back to that pop and realizing like that might be peak wrestling right there.
Yeah, and I think that was before. Like I think that might have been before. I forget now, but either way, that was you know what, that was before that. It was after, because that was 99.
Yeah, early 99.
Yeah, so it was after,
right?
So I think it was after, but I know it was in Worcester. This was Boston Garden, but that was Worcester. Yeah, that was crazy.
It's hard to really pinpoint when the peak of the Attitude Era is. I think you could make an argument for that, or like WrestleMania 17, because that was really the kind of the culmination of everything. Everything had been building up. The WCW had just fallen, and now they're having their biggest pay-per-view yet.
Well, there's a little bit of that from the other night with me and Luke. It's on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Give it a listen. Check it out. And I want to say thank you, man. I've been doing shows on Friday nights going back when Monetize This used to be on Wednesday nights, if you guys remember. You guys probably don't remember, but Monetize This started on Wednesday nights originally, and then we switched to Fridays pretty quickly around 2014 or 15. I forget when. And, I've been live on Fridays a lot, forever, since that point, But I do want to say rest in peace to Fridays. Like, they have turned into the worst night to stream. So I will not be streaming probably again on Friday nights, but unless something like this is going on and I got a few seconds. So Crown Jewel, there are my predictions. You have them. And again, like I said, the only title that's changing hands, the United States Championship. Logan Paul, I think, will beat Rey Mysterio. I will be shocked if that doesn't happen. I'll be blown away. Like, legit, I'm all in on that happening. So, if that doesn't happen, I will be shocked. Thanks, everybody, for being here, for hitting the like button, for subbing to the channel. Thanks, Eric, for subbing, and Matt Cologne for the $2 super chat. And everybody who is here for hitting the like button. We almost are at 69 likes. But we're at 63 likes, which is fucking retarded, pathetic. But that's okay, because that's what I am. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for Monetize This Saturday night. And maybe I'll be on after Crown Jewel if I get home in time, but I may be working double tomorrow, double time. So we'll see. And then I'll be on later on tomorrow. Go. See you there. Bye.